Hello everyone, my name is Addy and today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan lasagna. It is kind of cold out now and it's one of the best recipes of lasagna that I've had since going vegan. So I wanted to share with you. It's very hearty, one of those meals that make you feel good. So I hope you enjoy it. So here is all of the things that I'm going to be using. So I did use the beefless ground beef. However, you can definitely use different things for this. Here's just a quick overview. I will just, as we go, kind of talk about all the things I'm going to use. We're going to preheat our oven to 375, just so it's ready when we're finished with everything. And then in a pot, I'm going to get my milk, onions, spices, add that in there to infuse the milk. We're going to put that on low and then medium. In this pot, I have butter. So I have half a stick of melted butter. I melted it on low, like the lowest setting possible. And I am adding half a cup of flour, all-purpose flour. I'm adding it in gradually so that it doesn't clump up together. And this is what the consistency should look like towards the end of it. And you want to make sure that you get all of the sides and the corners when you're scraping, when you're mixing this in. So while we have the milk cooking in the back, we're gonna add garlic and onion to a pot or a pan. I have a little bit of grapeseed oil in there, about a tablespoon or two, and I'm gonna add some spices to it. You can add whatever you'd like. I added salt, vegan chicken seasoning, and garlic powder. And I'm just gonna stir that up until it's translucent. And so we're also doing this in preparation for the beefless ground beef. If you don't want to use this or allergic to soy, you can always use mushrooms or you can use eggplant. This is also where you can add a lot of vegetables. It was just the day before I'm gonna go grocery shopping, so I used what I had on hand. But you can also add frozen veggies to that mix. Right here, I'm just working on the sauce. So I am adding the infused milk little by little, and simultaneously I'm making sure that I am not burning the meat or the meatless ground beef. As you can see, I'm also using a strainer just to make sure I'm catching all of the things I used to infuse the milk with. And then I will have a list of all the ingredients towards the end, so stay tuned for that. So this is kind of the consistency that you want. Like I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure that you're getting the sides and make sure you're getting it all incorporated. And you can do it all in one, but I think it's just a lot easier to mix, and the texture and consistency comes out a lot better when you add it little by little. I think one of the main reasons why I enjoy cooking so much is because it's really giving me the liberty to express myself creatively. But it's not something that, I have a lot of practice in. I didn't really start cooking until I came to college, and obviously I would help my mom out. But it's things that, you want to incorporate, and you want to be present while you're cooking. Make it enjoyable for yourself. Put on some music, turn off distractions like the TV so that you're really present and, indulging in the different smells and textures and everything that cooking really brings. That's really where you're going to get a lot of that peacefulness that comes with cooking, and pouring your feelings and love and your thoughts and all of that good energy into your food. And that's really going to transition, I feel like when you eat it. So here I am adding tomato paste. And you want to make sure that for tomato paste you cook this through, because you don't want it to be acidic. And I am adding some marinara sauce here to the meatless ground beef. And then I'm going to incorporate some spices into that. Make sure that it tastes good. And here I am just going to start spreading it on to my pan. And then I'm going to add a layer of pasta. And there's not really any right or wrong to this, or any way that you should do it specifically, but this is the way I did it and it works for me. So I am adding the sauce or the cheese sauce. Then I'm gonna add more of that meat and marinara. However, I do have some extra marinara on the side, just marinara by itself. I didn't want it to be too meaty the whole way. And here I'm adding some cheddar slices, and I'm just cutting those up and putting them throughout. Now that we're on the topic of cheese, this is definitely optional, but it's something that this is one of the brands that I'm trying out right now, so I decided to incorporate that, and I ended up really liking it. But for the white sauce that I made while I was talking about, you know, being present in your food, I had sprinkled some yellow powder into that. That's nutritional yeast. That is one of the things that a lot of people use as an alternative to the taste of cheese. It has a little bit of a cheesy flavor, so a lot of people like to incorporate a little bit into their recipes to make it a little bit cheesy. And like I said, here I'm just continuing to layer everything up, and I just want to make sure that all of the pasta is being covered because I am putting it in without being cooked, but because we are putting it in the oven for a little bit of time, they will cook through with the marinara and the sauce. And like you can see there, you just really have to enjoy your time while you're cooking. Sometimes you're on the go and it's very stressful, but if you're gonna be doing it, you might as well do it with intention. And it's not always possible to have peaceful cookings because there's a lot of things going on. Maybe you're not home alone, but when you are, take those times to really have that time to yourself. Cooking is definitely a form of taking care of yourself, and it's definitely a form of self-care. And I know that a lot of people, say that you definitely enjoy things more when you want to do them rather than when you're just asked to do them or it's a chore. So try to look at, things in your life, everyday things in your life, and as enjoyable, or try to find something within them to like help you enjoy it. If you're going to be cooking every day or all the time, I think this is one of the things that has really helped me want to cook at home more rather than just eating out. And it makes me feel good. It doesn't make me feel, obviously I get food coma sometimes, but it really makes me feel good knowing that I'm the one that cooked the food and I poured, my love into the food, and, just knowing the different flavors that could be combined and all of that. That's really where the self-care comes in, and being able to change things up. And maybe sometimes it's not going to work the first time, but that's okay. You just laugh about it. Sometimes it can be a little bit upsetting, like when you burn something or whatever the case may be, but it's just a learning process, and the next time you'll know how not to do it that way again. So for me, I went vegan at first because I had gotten sick off of chicken, but after that I decided to really incorporate that into my life, and it became from a diet to a lifestyle. And when you do things and you're doing them for the right reasons and because you truly believe in them, I think that really comes with power. And just stand by the things you believe in, even if people aren't going to be behind you on it all the way or initially. But I feel a lot better knowing that I am incorporating things that are going to be good for me. And sometimes it's a salad, sometimes it's going to be a big plate of lasagna, and we're going to put that in the oven for 40 minutes, and this is the result. I hope you give this a try, and remember that you are beautiful.